Hello, everyone. Jamie here. So like, I'm a world builder. I'm a dungeon master. I'm a game master. That's what I am. Like, I build worlds. It's my fucking job. Like, fucking what did he fucking ever I hear from the fucking universe is that fucking I should be building worlds. So like, this is mine. I'm nice. Oh, you tell the. I'm gonna write some stories, but like, I gotta create the world for the people to write in. So I want to fucking own a gaming company, man. That's just my jam. Anyways, so need world building tips. So like this whole series, just I subscribe to Reddit world building. It's one of my passions. I like uh, other people that you can, it's just about education. Number one tool for anything that you do, just fucking give them money. Give them fucking money. Give them fucking money, and this thing will be here forever. The sum of human fucking knowledge, contributed and edited by the people that understand the severity of evolution of the human race. The sum of 300,000 years. Just us, just Homo sapiens. Just give them the fucking money to continue. Protect it. Protect it like it's the fucking library of Alexandria because it is. Just fucking do it. Protect it forever. All right. Back to world building. Now, you can get a degree in whatever the fuck you want, whether or not people recognize it. That's their jam. That's their failing. I don't fucking care. Don't care about that shit. Just learn. You need to know what you like. If you're gonna build a puzzle, it has a picture before you break the pieces up, and then you got to learn to put the pieces together. And sometimes the pieces go in different ways and regions as you progress through the creation of drawing this into existence. It's magic. And um and I love this that this just saved me like this is like I've got to admit like I started with pencil and paper and the young students encyclopedia that my parents bought me, and mostly like it was mostly mine, sorry, Callie and Sean, but like they bought the fucking encyclopedia for me because I already read the fucking dictionary. Um uh and it was Dungeons and Dragons. Like you remember, they wouldn't buy me the books because of the stupid fucking satanic bullshit fucking in the 80s, fucking stupid fucking Americans, fucking the fucking world up for fucking decades. Fuck you, and sit this one out. All right, we're going back to Europe for this one. Ancient ways. It's the only way I can explain things. Because you're too fucking stupid. You like, I mean, collectively, 380 million people have got like a fucking. They couldn't fucking boil water collectively with their IQ all put together. And the emotional quotient, I'm not even gonna go there. All right. So it all starts like whatever you. I started with. All right. Bob Sylvester and Jamie Drohan created their first game together. The first game I created was with Bob Sylvester for Nintendo. Like we off based off the Nintendo game Dragon Warrior. Bingo, right here. Hey Bob, I hope you're doing well, buddy. I love the Sylvesters. You guys were good people. And Bob and I created our first D&D. Robert Sylvester was the one that introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons. And he introduced it to me I was introduced at the Boy Scouts, the only year that I was allowed in the Boy Scouts. They kicked me out after a year because Duncan and I, he's a fucking redhead, freckled. We fucking kind of hijacked the troop. We got bored of the adults telling us what to do for 3 days straight. And on the last day, we kind of grabbed all of the grapes in camp and distributed slingshots to everyone. And then we took the troop out into the bush, and everybody kind of just went buck wild for a couple hours. And I was not invited back to Scouts the next year. But anyways, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so when I was on the Scout trip, Bob Sylvester and the boys introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons, and Votek, my other buddy, the guy that really got me. Bob had like really got me into computer gaming, but like Votek had, and they're both playing D&D together. Like those were my boys. Those were my boys. I tried to get them out playing sports and get them healthy and shit, and they taught me computers and Dungeons and Dragons and Monty Python. Like that's what grown up is, man. And somewhere along the line, you sanitize this to fucking tablets and social media, and God fucking wants to slap all of you in the fucking head, man. And that's the God's honest truth, right from what I hear from the word of the Lord Himself. I'm not going to judge you. That's not my fucking place. I'm just educating you on your failings. And, anyways, so um, I started creating these worlds with pencil and paper and dice, and and I've been doing it ever since the day that Bob and I created the first game together. I've been creating games every fucking day, or adding to a game every day in my mind. And to make it more believable, I have spent all of my life reading encyclopedias and history and university publications in anthropology and archaeology and linguistics and biology to some extent and chemistry to some extent and 14,000 years of human history ever since we decided to go agrarian. And pre that, into what I can determine what was the animism era. Like going back to Lost Meadow or whatever the fuck in France there with the Pleiades, the seven stars. That was nothing more than those caves they were painted in that manner to let you know that when those stars appear in the sky, um, those were the times of the year, and it happened multiple times of the year that the animals, the aurochs, would be traveling through the valleys that those caves overwatched or were part of. And um there's a lot that I can say about toxic masculinity, but it basically comes down to the point where we created an entirely different stratified society when we decided to store grain permanently. Because somebody needed to store the grain, and then somebody needed to be a guard, and somebody needed to be the boss of the guard. And over the last multiple thousands of years, what has happened is that um, that order, that stratification, that that concept, that living intelligence, it's living intelligence that we create, and they're memes that we pass to each other through language and thought and concepts and legal precedent and not some of human communication. Um, and this intelligence was specifically, and just in this context, think of this what I'm talking about as the encyclopedia itself. And we're just talking about toxic masculinity, which is warfare, which is, I mean, there's a lot to be said about that. But essentially, what it boils down to is that entire book of that encyclopedia is meant to mnemonically teach us how to be a very well-oiled killing machine. And the best thing that you have to distill from that is that it created the phalanx and it created the Roman legions. But over time, the people that are not warriors, the posers, the people like fucking Pete Hegseth and like he's not a crusader. I am a crusader of God. That is what I am. I am Sir Hobo. I have my own. Where's my fucking statue? My fucking. I am nothing more than a crusader of Christ. I have never ever been anything more than that. So if you got that wrong, I don't know what the fuck you've been sold. My mother did not want a priest. She wanted us. She wanted a fucking crusader. She fucking got one. There's my fucking armor. I'm in the game Gloria Victus. I want that game back. And less jank this time, guys, please. But I love the jank. Not too much less jank. It can't be too smooth. Like it can't be like fucking Chinese fantasy fucking warfare. Like that's the fucking MMO god nonsense. Too much fucking cultural fucking sanitation there. Afraid to show skeletons and ghosts and shit like that. I mean, bunch of bubble people. Good people, but bubble people nonetheless. So going back to world building. Okay. So over time, you want to draw from these posers in the especially in the financial region. Like if you take a look at like using Sun Tzu as your thesis for corporate, you know, you know, culture. Do you know how much that fails? Do you know how much anybody that understands any iota of military history can point out that you're just a complete fucking asshole? You're a complete inept fucking moron, and there's no way you deserve your fucking pay, man, from this day forward. Like, um, you take all of these people. I mean, the only one that can fucking understand things is Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power. I mean, that's the only man I fucking respect when it comes to this shit. So, um, so what it comes down to is that you're taking lessons and you're trying to apply things, and you've got like, I mean, these are the same people that could not figure out logistics in a real war. You know, they're going to be pontificating, and they're going to be like like the best classification of that would be a 19th century British general sending people to fucking slaughter because he's just a fucking, nepo baby. Like nepo babies, just fucking destroyed the fucking. We told everybody about yes, God. We told everybody about this with despots in fucking Athens. Fuck you. Where's your fucking eye of the needle now? That's God. All right. No. I need a fucking cigarette sometimes. Um, where did I go offline? Okay, so they can't figure out fucking logistics, and the biggest lesson that any real general knows is you got to take your troops every once in a while, and you got to check feet. You've got to check feet, or your fucking army will die off. Or like you got to take a lesson from the Egyptians. You got to take a lesson from them, man. And and like the Egyptians, um, the biggest lesson they learned for the generals, and they repeated this for centuries on end, was that like you got to have clean water, and you got to take care of your armies. Because once they ran out of water, they drank beer. Or once they ran out of beer, they drank water, and the water was fucking dirty from the fucking river, and they got the shits, and they fucking lost. Like you got to check your fucking out. You got to take care of your people. And this has been distilled in every language, in every culture, every century, and we failed to learn the lesson again. And does it have to be Colin James chicks and cars in the Third World War, or is everybody just going to stand down and just you're going to have to justify your pay? And you just like you mean the gods are watching, your ancestors are watching, the dead are watching, they're alive and well, and they'll be coming back in some manner in this life or the next. So they don't check feet. They don't care about people. That's the condemnation of everything of the universe itself, of agriculture. And it doesn't. It's just the people in power, or these oligarchs and billionaires. Like, this nepo baby bullshit. This is a fucking meritocracy, and it has been for 300,000 years. And you either fucking change toxic masculinity and get back to fucking being one of the boys when we can fucking Donnybrook and fucking kill gods because gods bleed and you can kill gods. You can kill the concepts, you can kill whatever the fuck you want, but you can resurrect them and bring them forward like Osiris. Anyways, the old ways are good, but the new tools are great. Like all this started with me pointing out that I started with making maps and games with pencils and paper. And things have progressed over the years, and it's a little bit of an evolution, and every generation can't say like they're all the fucking sum of all existence. Just because you've got new tools, it doesn't fucking matter. If you go to the original tool, it's a fucking rock, and that's a hammer. And where's your fucking hammer? If somebody doesn't own a fucking hammer, man, they're suspect. I don't know if they're fucking human. Now, I was going to show you Campaign Cartographer 3. What I've been, CC3. CC3. All right. Let's just open up this. All right, so this is a startup one. Of course, I fucking restarted, and I know shit's been going fucking weird on me for a couple of years now. So I've wiped my computer a few times now, and I've lost decades of work. This shit going on that I can't explain. That I don't trust. Fucking shit, weird shit. Anyways, spine tingling stuff. That's it between me and the others, though. Not for you. File open vast quantity. What it was. Yeah. So I've been doing this over and over. Google Drive used to be just chock full of shit. Man, I wish I could restore that. Get a snapshot a couple of years ago. There's certain things, but man, like I don't agree. I'm all about Google Drive, and I absolutely think a fucking OneDrive is intellectual property theft because it's all about agency. You just don't fucking invite yourself in and start grabbing shit, man. That's how you get shot in the face. That's how like fucking Dogma from fucking Kevin Smith there happens, man. Loki will show up and fucking movie you, man, and it won't be me. I'm just a drummer boy. Ba-dum-ba-bum. So, anyways, yeah. So, making games and worlds is like it's just one more simulation to understand the real world. And it's what that's what the nerds have been trying to tell you for I don't know how many fucking decades, man. God bless Gary Gygax. Anyways, I've been working on like campaign cartographer and shit, but like just this morning or today here, I was introduced to this Asgard's fantasy map generator, and this shit is the shit, man. This is some baller stuff, man. This comprises like You just saved me. This is everything I do myself on my own. And it takes me months on end every time I do a fucking new world build. I just want to make a permanent couple of builds right now. And this is a good start because I'm rehashing a bunch of my old shit. Like Banning is actually the band, like BHAN. It was a precursor to the Mercian Kingdom in my worlds. It was like a good Brythonic tribe type of Cambrogi and shit like that. Um, Corlia is more loosely based off the Proto-French, but they're more cavalry. Kind of a mix of like European heavy cavalry and French. Corlos was their capo. Um, Apkulan oligarchy. I mean, that's I usually have a bunch of different names for the Mesopotamian cultures. And like the Mesopotamian culture that came from the basin of the Persian Gulf that moved up into the hills when the seas rose in 6000 BC. That they called, I think, I can't prove this, but I think that tribe was called the Apkallu or something along those lines. And but that just might be my supposition and be totally hold no water. I'm just looking for pattern recognition and realistic interpretation of that. Anyways, I'm gonna call them the Apkulan oligarchy this time because they were the despots as well too. But they were Syntheticrism is at the heart of the equation. And it has been since we were in the Neolithic period, and once every 5 years, traveling up to 1,500 kilometers to congregate and party and worship the gods together and fuck like crazy and spread our genes to make sure they're healthy and ideas, and that all mutated. Every generation it mutates, and it's all about respect for your past and your ancestors and all of that memes and knowledge and everything. But it's not about calcifying and ossifying it. Although that does need to happen for it to preserve. It's just that you can't fuck the dynamic up between changing shit to understand things. That's why, this better, this better, this better, this better never would have come Zeus or Jupiter. You know, Aries, Mars, you know, shit like that. Anyways, so like, um, Umbria, that's my Latin thing. That's my fucking Roman Empire. Anybody who's fucking yeah, love you, boy. Buongiorno, Paris, Paris. Where are my legions? I set a trap for you. I'm a druid, descended from clan holds of the Yarn. The Yarn are my Germanic tribes. That's the clans of their tribes, whatever you want to call them. They call themselves pretty much more of a clan than a tribe. You got to retain that, man. Like the United Kingdom and Ireland have clans, and I'm part of the Drohan clan, and that's a holy word for me. Clan is a holy word, and you stupid Americans again fuck shit up, and heaven is angry at you. So, um, Antioch Empire, that's a descendant. That's a totally me thing. That would be my empire. That's like a Lucius Anthius. Lucas Anthius was my Age of Conan character created at the start of that MMO. That is when I really, really got serious about being a guild leader and shit. And I've been leading guilds and clans and MMOs for 30 years now. I don't know, that's kind of what I do. So that's my jam. Anybody who knows Sir Hobo or Lucas Anthius or Kinning, yeah, man, that's me. I'm your boy. How many battles have we fought together all across the world? In worlds, and fake worlds, you know? And the corporate world doesn't understand this. This fucking class of this Cold War mentality, this neoliberal fucking world order, they've calcified you. They don't tell them. Don't believe them when they tell you they're selling your progress, and they're not. They're ossified, calcified as well too, captured by special interests. And it's time for that spine to break. So, anyways, um, yeah, whatever. That's that's what I hear, and that's what I come up with in my own mind. Anti Empire. So yeah, I've got that's my own little personal jam, man. That's my empire. My stories. Lucas Antius, Lucas Fatus, Lucius Antius, Lucas Epherus, Lucas the Savage. And in this one, so anyways, getting back to the here and the now, I'm gonna have a smoke break. Let's sit outside and see if the crows will talk back to me. You know, animals can hear you and they'll talk back to you. Crows are especially fucking smart, man. I love crows. I'm having fun with crows, you know, just chatting with them. Fly over, they'll know too. Once you whistle back to them and you get used to that, they'll actually fly over your house and go out. They'll go out of your way. Like you start whistling, they'll come out of their way to fly close to you over you and kind of say hi. They'll hop into the tree with you and they'll caw and whistle back and they'll caw caw caw. Right? You can tell they're talking to you. So yeah, just having a little bit of fun between animals, man. Circle of life and shit, man. Stuff fucking is real, man. King of heaven is right out in front of you. Just reach out and touch it. Like, fuck, you know. Follow Article 1 of the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. It's that fucking simple, man. It's one fucking rule. I'm not saying we can't fucking strap up, man. I'm just saying, you gotta follow it. And right about now, it's the word from heaven that I hear is it's just about time for good men to start doing bad things to bad people. And I think that sentiment is worldwide. So, anyways, I'm kind of gonna peace out right now. Um, That's my sort of current take on the start of world building. This is just video one, and I'll get into everything. I just give you a little, and this is a new one here, Tunisian, but I'll stick with it. It was kind of like an unexpected thing, and I got a whole thing where this is like a late stage sort of thing where there's proto, cultures like the breakup of Umbria into like the Porto culture, the Portuguese, and the other stuff and shit. And stuff at the here now, the foul and the hero and so on and so forth and forthwith and I'll file a motion at some point. I don't know. I'm kind of busy right now. Anyways, motion dismiss. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna keep that Dunesian Empire because it's a Mercian inspired culture, and the Dun is a word for enclosure historically. So, anyways, I'm gonna peace out. And yeah, he was all high as all hell, man. That's why I like just talking and I like creating and shit. And instead of talking in Discord, I'm, just recording it for YouTube and shit. So that's just anybody who's ever played with Sir Hobo or talked to him on Discord. That's I can verify that it's just me fucking being me. Anyways, I'm gonna peace out. God bless everyone. Just fucking stand down and stop acting like fucking douchebags to each other. Cheers.